Did this really just happen? Strap on your seatbelt and let's go.
I ain't gonna give in now. I just gotta live this now. I've been gonna beam and I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their beam and I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. Just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising warriors, and good evening to all my amazing friends all over the world. First of all, I want to start out with an attitude of gratitude and say thank you for all your support. Let me turn my manifestation alarm off right here. If it goes off, we do it together. All right, so from my heart to yours, I want to say I love you. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Pay attention to what I'm saying. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, you can eventually hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly see or do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. So the things I'm taking you through are facts, figures, numbers, logic that are showing up within the physical world, but this is nothing new under the sun. And as people panic or they don't panic or have no idea that a freight train is coming with one of the biggest financial collapses in history and one of the deepest recessions we're going to experience personally, your friends and family should be notified of this. Their very safe job may not be there. But again, on the other hand, this is the greatest time in human history. So I'm about to show you right now, as you look this way, and as they say this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And so since I broke free from the banking system, the indoctrination system in 2017, I've devoted my life to researching on a daily basis, 8 to 9 hours a day, watching in videos religiously over and over again, listening to the words, listening to what they say, and then watching what they do. If they say something is a fraud this way, that means they're probably getting involved in it this way. Now, as I go through this, remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just documenting my journey into the quantum financial system. You should never make any financial move based on what I say. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And of course, I need to say that because, these guys can go on the news and tell you all this stuff about, and anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing this information with you guys, and let's dive into it today. So Mr. Gary Gensler, our dear friend, is really not being looked at favorably by his own employees within the SEC. So SEC leaders with nearly 50 years experience quit under Gary Gensler's tenure. How tough of a boss is the Wall Street top cop, Gary Gensler? Now, they say top cop. He's a deep Wall Street insider. You guys understand that, right? So tough that more and more people are walking out on him. Fox Business has learned from an internal SEC source that more than a dozen staff attorneys in his agency division and enforcement have bolted since Gensler's appointment last year. Last to hit the exit are three senior officials with nearly 50 years collective tenure at the agency. That should tell you something about this case in general. We know that Jay Clayton threw out the case, but was it by design? Bill Hinman they all gave Ethereum a pass, right? Bill Hinman said Ethereum's not a security. Bill Hinman's with Andreessen Horowitz. Jay Clayton throws out the case, bounces, and then they throw the Wall Street insider who came from the CFTC to run, CFTC, MIT, head cryptocurrency professor, to run the SEC, all these different acronyms, and they put him in place to make sure they can control the monetary system. Well, you might say, well, that might be normal for people leaving. Charles Gasparino, there are those saying that the turnover at the SEC under Gary Gensler's normal attrition. It is not. I'm told by several former officials. They point to 20% loss in the senior officers since Gensler's takeover as cataclysmic. That's a powerful word. Wholesale departures is very short time frame. So this is massive. So we got the Ripple SEC case. There's a closed meeting tonight that's going on, I think, right now. So check this out. So there's some other news that are happening. XRP price pressure builds as investors await the next SEC versus Ripple filing. Okay. Investors' anxiety likely testing buyer appetite for XRP on Sunday, following recent wins with the defense of the amicus brief filing. the focus returns to the court calendar. On October 18th, parties must file all materials related to the opposition to the summary judgment motion. The filings must include briefs Rule 56, counterstatements, and supporting exhibits. The parties will file the materials under the temporary seal. Following the filings, the parties will meet October 20th, which is today, to identify redaction requests to the opposition brief. And then all of a sudden, these rumors are flying around. This came out. It's a Sunshine Act notice. Now, their meeting's on the 20th, and there's a closed securities exchange meeting. Okay, it doesn't say Ripple on here. But so some people are pushing back on this a little bit, but they have a securities exchange. It's a closed meeting. The meeting will be held via remote means at the commission headquarters. This meeting will be closed to the public, so the public cannot be part of this. Ripple and the SEC are meeting today, and the subject matters of the closed meeting will consist of the following topics: institution and settlement of injunction actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceeding, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examinations and enforcement procedures. So, rumor, I want to preface this, a rumor, okay, keyword rumor, from a lawyer that I know had brought up that another lawyer who is familiar with the case said that there's a settlement soon. Just a rumor, okay? So I've been wrong. That's why I don't predict a lot of dates and things like that. We do know within the current paradigm, within the next 12 months, not 24 months, within the next 12, there will be a case settlement at some point. It's when they're ready for regulation, okay? So SEC people are bouncing from the SEC with Gary Gensler's, iron fist management. It's cataclysmic for the SEC. We know that Ripple is going to go all the way to the end with this. If they do not get a settlement in the favor of XRP not being a security, this is the biggest case in human history. Now, if you blink, you can't see this stuff. Warren Buffett says crypto doesn't produce anything. May 4th, 2022. Remember, they say something and they do a completely different thing. Maybe in his portfolio, he doesn't have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, or any of that stuff. But we know, we reported this on this channel many times, that he backed Nubank. He's an investor in Nubank. Buffett backed digital bank Nubank to launch its own cryptocurrency in Brazil. Nubank said Wednesday it will launch the token called Nucoin in the first half of 2023. Nubank said it would invite 2,000 customers to take part in a forum group guiding the development of Nucoin. The Nucoin offering comes against a bleak backdrop for cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin and other, Bitcoin and other major digital assets down 50% year to date. Warren Buffett says crypto doesn't produce anything, but he'll throw his money in Nubank and support them when they're building their own cryptocurrency. Remember, do as they do, not as they say. Other big news: Fidelity's crypto platform to add Ethereum. I'm telling you guys, Ethereum is not going anywhere. When people tell me Ethereum's going to zero, it's not going. It's part of the banking system. Let me repeat that. It is part of the banking system. Fidelity's crypto platform to add Ether trading for institutional clients. The move comes after Friday's launch of the new Ether Index Fund for accredited investors. Fidelity, keyword. Let's take a look at Fidelity and who the top 10 owners of Fidelity National Financial Incorporated is. Vanguard, BlackRock, okay? Vanguard, BlackRock. It's all interconnected. Coinbase connected to BlackRock through Aladdin, right? We got Fidelity, who is now allowing Ether, okay? Who owns Fidelity? We got Vanguard, we got BlackRock. So basically all your pensions, all the things are connected by a couple people within the world. So when those people tell you to look this way, that means they're setting up something this way, okay? And I've just been operating this way for the last 3 years, and it's radically changed my life. It's radically changed my life. So I want to invite you to join our 3T Warrior Academy. It's a family of like-minded individuals rising up to the top. Our 120-day challenge, my revolutionary challenge, how I got my shit together, takes you through subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation. You got access. We just say, here's what I do. Here's my portfolio. It's not financial advice. We have 7 calls per week, the best community in the world to rise up into that higher consciousness. I also want to invite you to get on the waiting list for my project. This is my project. This is not anybody else's project. This is my own project. And if you guys know anything about me, I have never been paid to promote a cryptocurrency ever. I've said no to every single project. Anything I promote, we are partnered with them, or I own equity in the company. Okay, very, very clear on that. X Royalty is my project, my company's project. We've been working for a year on this project. This is not a pump and dump. This is not a get rich quick scheme. The utility lies within the community. X Royalty is going to be one of the top projects launched on XRPL. Our battle is against nobody, not left, not right, not any other human being. Our battle is against our own consciousness. So if you want to see how we're rising up into that king and queen energy and be part of one of the best projects in human history, in my opinion, that is going to change the ecosystem on how people communicate and breaking down walls and barriers worldwide, I highly recommend you go to xroyalty.io. The description is in the description down below, and put your name on the waiting list. This will be launching very, very soon. Okay. It's going to sell out very quickly. We have close to 1,000 people already on the waiting list. There'll be a limited supply of, obviously, in the project. It's going to sell out very fast. So if you want to have information on the launch, we're not doing any guarantees. It's going to go out there, and it's going to be available for those who understand. Basically, that's where it's at. It's a passion project. I only work with things that I know, like, for example, Merlin. I'm part owner of that company, our crypto exit strategy app coming out. Collecti, which is a company that's incubating my NFT project. I own part of that company. So I'm involved in the conversations. I'm involved in the infrastructure. I know what's going on with these projects because I'm part owner of these projects. It's very important as you're dealing with people in business, right? I'm not going to promote something that I don't understand, not going to promote something that I'm not partnered with and connected to the teams and understand what's going on with the infrastructure. It is very important as you're an investor to understand the leadership team, the real world solve, the fundamentals, and understand what's their passion, persistence, and love put into that. So I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. And those of you who are still watching this, I'm very honored, by the way, because people are telling me that they're not getting notifications, that they have to search for the channel, things like that. I'm very honored that we have this many listeners and viewers without us hitting the algorithm. So that means that you guys are truly sharing this information. And I'm very thankful for that, because I'm not here to save the world. I'm here to empower people to see that they can save theirs. I'm not some leader. I don't want people to follow me. Again, I'm not here to save the world. I'm here to empower people to see that they can save theirs. Appreciate you guys. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.